What's up, everyone? It's your boy Dan from Player 2's side, and I'm going to make my tier list for Dragon Ball Fighters. Everybody's kind of doing this, so I figured I'll jump into. But I want to note this is before. This is actually the day before Broly and Bardock are supposed to come out. So I wanted to do this now because I don't know if there's going to be any character changes when those characters come out. There's rumors that there might be. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So I have low tier and top tier, and then set play heavy characters that don't really focus on neutral but really focus on like corner mix-ups and stuff like that, and neutral heavy, which is just the opposite. They have to win the neutral, right? So we'll start with Goku is pretty good. He's not bad. I'm gonna put him like right here. He's definitely neutral heavy because he doesn't have like great mix-ups, but his neutral's also not very good. So he's going to be right here just because his mix-ups aren't strong. But I would also say that his neutral is not super good either. It's not terrible. I'd say everything about the character is pretty okay. The ability to do two supers with one character, or without any assists, I mean, and no DHC, that's pretty good. But nothing about him is like broken. So he's very fair character, but he's good. Krillin. I'm gonna put Krillin like right here. Yeah. Maybe not quite that far in the set, but okay. The thing about Krillin is that his neutral is terrible. He's got maybe the worst neutral in the game, but the problem is that I think he's good. Like, I think he's an alright character. Once you're in the corner, the rock mix-ups and the nonsense he can do, mixing you up and pressuring you. He's got a really good super that does a lot of chip damage. It also comes out super fast, so you can use it for like assist extensions. Jesus, with like Vegeta assist. So you could do a super Vegeta. You call Vegeta first, then a super, and then you can continue your combo after the super's over, which is pretty cool. Stuff like that is like good for extensions. I've definitely seen some kill combos with Krillin. He's pretty good, I think, but his neutral is definitely really bad. So he's definitely in the set play area. And the only reason why I don't have him all the way in the set play area is because his mindset isn't 100% about set play. He wants to win the neutral. I mean, every character wants to win the neutral, I guess, but what I mean is, like, his set play isn't, like, the only thing about him. Whatever. Piccolo. I'm going to put him kind of a little bit towards the neutral, but I'm also going to put him, like, down here. Piccolo's damage is poo-poo butt water. If Piccolo had good damage and a few other things that kind of normalize his moves. Like, he can't get a hard knockdown without spending a meter. That's trash, unless he's in the corner. But that's trash. That really sucks. And you have to keep spending more meter and more meter with this character. He's very meter dependent, and even when you spend that meter, you're still only getting like 60, like 6,000 damage, which is good, but you spent 4 meters to get that. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of problems. And the fact that his assist, you could just kind of go through it, like you could just super dash through it. It's not really that threatening. It's not like Reality Stone. It's not like broken or anything. It looks like it could be, but it's really not. So yeah, Piccolo's unfortunately lower tier. Although I think if they buffed him, if they just like give him 2 or 3 of the right buffs, he's gonna be like up here. Because I genuinely think he's pretty good. His neutral's not terrible. It's not really good, but it's not terrible. But he's got some tools that I think would be really useful if they buffed him. Teen Gohan. I'm going to put him in neutral. He's kind of more on the neutral side. He's a little bit higher than... He's probably like right on par with Krillin, I think. I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but... Teen Gohan has really good damage. If you start doing the, what do they call it? The bomb loops, I think is what they call it. If you start doing the bomb loops, he can get some really big damage and corner carry. And that's really good, but the problem is with the character is that you have to win the neutral, which is really bad. And even when you win that neutral, those bombs sometimes are a little finicky, and you can't always be in the proper situation to get those bomb loops to happen. So you have to just take the damage where you can. His level 1 doesn't combo into very well. He's just got like a load of issues, and his assist is mediocre. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. So I want him to be really good, but he's not. He's just not very good. But I don't think he's bad either. I don't think he's bad. All right, Vegeta. I would say he's neutral heavy, and I would say he's like on par with Goku. He's got the best assist in the game. We know this, so I'm not even going to bother talking about it. But one thing he does have is an invincible reversal, which makes it very good for, those guess situations. You might not have to guess. And the reason why I put him in neutral heavy is because he doesn't have set play really, but what he does have, if you watch Goichi play, for instance, one thing he'll do is he'll up back, and then he'll shoot S's, and Vegeta's S's in the air have a very aggressive angle to them. So that makes it kind of hard to approach using like instant air dashes and just straight up dashing at you. So what people try to do is they try to super dash, because that's really the only way you can get to him. But when you super dash, he's going to bait you into super dashing, and then he's going to DP you, which is invincible, and then either sparking cancel that or vanish cancel that, and then it just makes his neutral very annoying to deal with. I'm not saying obviously he has to spend a meter or sparking for that to work, but it's still very annoying to deal with. So I'd say Vegeta is actually pretty good. Like, people saying that he's shit, I really don't get it. How is he more shit than Krillin or Teen Gohan? I really don't see it. So whatever. Frieza. Frieza's neutral heavy and slightly above these two. I would only say slightly above these two just because Golden Frieza's pretty damn good. But I actually don't think Frieza's all that great. What Frieza has is extremely good zoning. He's got a lot of abilities. His 236L and M and his 236S really cover a lot of ground, and they really make it hard to approach him. And his 214S is actually pretty good for covering approaches too. So like, he's got a lot of ways to cover the ground with zoning. But one of the biggest problems with his character is that his assist has a very set distance. Meaning a lot of things, like if you try to 6M into his assist, it will not work. Which, there are other characters that, or as a matter of fact, I think there's only one character where you can't do that as well, but the problem is that she, 18, has a gimmick to her assist that kind of changes things. His assist, having the range on it, really kind of hinders it in its usage, its ability to be used. Of course, it works just fine on the corner, but it doesn't work very fine anywhere else. So you kind of have to play him point. And if you're playing him point, you're probably not going to get Golden Frieza. And if you're playing point, he can't, like... I was going to say he can't really get much off of 2M, but he can, I guess, with assists. But he's got flaws. He's got clear flaws in his gameplay style. Trunks. I'm going to put him, like, right here. Trunks has... He doesn't... I'm going to put him, like, more, like, right here. He has, like, set play. Not really. I mean, he's got, like, the weird, funky flip shit that he can do. It's not really set play, but it's kind of mix-up-y, right? And so, like, he can do stuff like that. And that's cool and everything. But his neutral is extremely good. He's one of the best characters as far as neutral goes that doesn't have broken shit, right? He's what we call fair tier. He's really good. He's got good damage, great conversion, a great S. 214S is safe on block and has a massive hitbox. Like I said, you can get mix-ups with the flips, or at least better conversions with the flips, which is cool. That's always good. And what else can you do? He's just a solid character. He's just a real solid character. There's not much to complain about with him. He's very, like... He's, like, almost... If they're looking for a game that is balanced without any bullshit, he's what they're striving for. 100%. Speaking of bullshit, Android 16... I'm going to put him, like, in the middle. but he's also going to be pretty high. Probably like right there. 16, the reason why I put him in the middle is because his neutral is one of the best neutrals in the game. That's undeniable. He has a very, very good neutral. But, as we all know, with the hard knockdown with the command throws, if he gets a hard knockdown with his level 3 or the 236L command throw, then you kind of have to guess. He can cross you up in an instant, which makes it very hard to block. As a matter of fact, online it's like impossible to see. And then, of course, he gets off a hard knockdown. He can also get more command grab mix-ups. He's got really annoying stuff. But overall, he has to win the neutral to start getting that stuff to happen. So I feel like he's pretty much in the middle. Also, his assist is very good. It comes out very fast. He comes out in front of you, unlike pretty much every other assist. And it has an amazing amount of hit stun and block stun. It really makes it very annoying to deal with. So he's definitely one of the best characters in the game, but I can't say whether or not he's more neutral heavy or more set play heavy. I think that's dependent on the player. 18, on the other hand, is like over here. She is 100% set play heavy. She's not quite as solid as Trunks, so I'm going to put her a little bit lower, maybe closer to the Frieza tier. She has trouble winning neutral, let's be honest. Her neutral's not great. Now, is it like worse than, say, Krillin's or Teen Gohan's? No, and that's why she's higher. But her set play is second to none, pretty much. Maybe. I was going to say second to none, but actually we got a character that's later down the road that's probably better. But her set play is extremely good. Obviously, with the 17 being able to call the assist, 214S actually covering the ground pretty well as 17 throws 3 ki blasts. Very solid in the corner. Outside of the corner, you start to see her flaws. On top of that, her damage by herself isn't massively impressive. It's not terrible. It's pretty okay. But like, you're not getting like touch of death combos with 18 usually. I've never seen one, I don't think. So I'm sure they exist, but I've never seen one. Okay. So I'm going to put Cell more on the neutral side. Cell has extremely good neutral. He can also do some kind of nutty set play stuff, but I feel like his focus is less on that and much more on winning the neutral. So, Cell, man. Cell, and then the reason, and you might notice I put Cell above 16. A lot of people don't agree with that. But Cell is just too solid to not be considered like top 2. He's extremely good. He's got good supers. He's got beams. He's got mix-ups with the vanishing stuff. He's got hard knockdowns. He's got these big S combos that he can do in the air that just hurt like hell. By himself, he can make a comeback. He's got touch of deaths. He's got everything. He's got really good buttons. He got a 5M that combos into itself. Like, what else does this man need? They gave him everything, man. He's even got a command grab. He's got everything. But for real, though, he's one of the best characters in the game. And his assist is good, too. His assist is a Kamehameha, comes out relatively fast. He's in the air so that if they're, like, 2M'ing you, there's a good chance they'll whiff Cell. And it comes down at a very aggressive angle, making super dash. Like, if someone's trying to super dash at you, they're going to get hit by that assist. That's just going to happen. Doesn't matter what angle they're coming from. So, it's extremely good. He's extremely good. He's one of the best characters in the game. I would say he's the best character in the game, but not quite. We'll get there. Majin Buu. I want to put him kind of more on the set play stuff. I don't put him like down here. Majin Buu, I think, is trash. Out of all the, like, every character, let's be straight here. Every character so far is completely viable on your team, and whoever you want to play, you can play them. Majin Buu, I really don't recommend playing. I just don't think he's good. I don't see anything that's good about him. He's got these dumbass E Honda mix-ups with his butt stomp, which do no damage, so who cares? He's got some decent normal buttons with, like, his air normals. He's got a really slow 5M. That's an overhead that can be comboed into other bullshit. But like, this character's whack. I don't see it. I don't see what's good about him. I like. There's nothing he does that other characters can't do, or there's nothing he does better than other characters. Like every character that even has stuff that he has, they do it better than him. So I don't know why you would want him. I genuinely don't. You could do like restand combos with like one of his moves. I'm not sure which one it is, but you could do like restand combos. But the thing is that even a hard hitting combo from Majin Buu, like a corner combo, is with assists is like barely 5,500. It's like barely 50%, but the execution required to get that 55% is ridiculous. You have to like air dash and do all this nonsense. I think he's bad. He's a very bad character. I ain't got nothing else to say. And his assist sucks. His character sucks. Alright. Vegeta Blue. He's pretty neutral heavy, and he's like slightly higher than Goku. He's slightly higher than Goku. We'll put him like right here so you can see him. I'm not sure what to say about this character. He's got great damage. And the instant transmission stuff, it's not really that good. It's not as good as, say, Goku Black's, which we'll talk about later. So I don't think he's that good. His assist is bad. I don't like his assist at all. But he's also doesn't have anything that's too crazy. I mean, he's got more damage than Goku does. He can do more damage. He's got a little bit more utility with his moveset than, say, Goku does. But I don't see... Oh, he's got a really good light auto string. That's pretty good, I guess. But, like, he just doesn't have anything that's that scary. He's not a terrible character, but he's not a great character either. Vegeta Blue. He's pretty neutral heavy. I'm going to put him, like, down here. I might actually have him and Piccolo kind of chilling together. So Vegeta Blue doesn't have anything... He's kind of got the Majin Buu problem. Of that he doesn't have anything that's extremely good. He can knock a character down, no matter what, pretty much with every combo. That being said, so can 16, so can Beerus, so can 21, so can technically Goku has hard knockdowns and stuff like that. Like, these are what he can do is like with the dunk is not that big a deal. He's got a level 5, that's pretty okay. He's okay. There's nothing about him that I think is very, very good. Basically, you just have Vegeta's neutral with less utility. So because where Vegeta has really good like S's and like the what even does he have? Yeah, no, I just don't think he's that good. I just don't think he's that good. He has very good S's and he's got the invincible reversal. This character doesn't. You took away the good things about this character and then gave some other things that are less good than other characters' things. You know what I mean? He's not that good. Yamcha. He's probably more set play. And he's probably like right where Goku and Vegeta are. I think he's... You know what? He might even be a little bit better. Maybe. Yamcha has really great mix-ups and really great pressure, a great assist. But his damage is low, man. His damage is real low. I feel like you have to spend a lot of bar to get stuff going with this character, and that's kind of the issue of him. Apart from that, I think he's pretty solid. He's got a weird play style that you have to kind of adjust to. If you're like coming from Goku, going straight to Yamcha is going to feel weird. But I think Yamcha's okay. I don't think he's bad at all. I just think he's got clear faults in his gameplay. So, Tien. Tien is very much neutral heavy. And he's probably like right here. We'll kind of move these a little bit so we can start to see some of these faces. He's probably like right here. Is he more solid than 18? Probably not. But move 18 up a little bit. But I don't think he's quite as good as Trunks, so I'll move Trunks up a little bit too. His neutral's not amazing, but he's got great utility with the moves he has. He's got this really good kind of reversal move that also doubles as a command grab with the EX version. With the, what's it called? Volleyball Fist. He's got a beam. It comes out kind of slow and only hits once, but it works like a beam. It just knocks up instead of pushes them back. That's kind of like a weird note to take of that. His level 1 super and his level 3 super are really fucking good. His level 3 super does a lot of damage. You can actually spend it for more damage, which damages yourself. But he also has another level 3 super. I think he's the only character with 2 level 3s. I might be wrong about that. Where you can basically kill his buddy. And that comes out really fast and works really well in combos. And his punishes, even. But, yeah. And like, his ability to, like, touch a death you, if he's got health left over, and he can spend some of that on his level 3, man, he does a boatload of damage. He does a lot of damage. He's really good about that. So, there it is. Nappa. Nappa's more on the set play side, but he's also pretty bad. The reason why he's on the set play side is because obviously the Cyberman. And once he gets the Cyberman going, he's got some tricks that he up his sleeve that are kind of hard to deal with. But his neutral's bad. His neutral's poor at best. His combos aren't really that threatening. His assist is good. And but the thing is that his I don't know what he calls it, the explosion that he does, his 236 I believe it is. That's supposed to track, and it doesn't track very well. Like, if I dash at you, it's gonna miss me. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything that's super good. He's got a little bit of armor on his 5H, I believe. And his 5H is decent. But every other move he has is pretty bad. Doesn't have anything that's super good, unfortunately. Ginyu. What's weird is that Ginyu has to win the neutral usually. But once he wins the neutral and puts you in the corner, he's set play heavy. So I'm going to put him towards the set play heavy area, and I'm going to put him right about, maybe slightly above 17 or 18, 17 and 18 and TN, but not quite as high as Trunks. Ginyu's actually surprisingly solid. His level 3 is trash, or, well, both level 3s, because you can spend extra meter on his level 1 to make it a level 3, and you could just try and do the body swap, but the body swap is pretty much not going to happen. So, whatever about that. But the thing that makes him really good, obviously, is the Ginyu Force. If he could control the Ginyu Force, and, like, which ones come out when, he would be, like, up here. Or more like up here. He'd be extremely good. But because he's not able to do that, you have to always be keeping track of which Ginyu Force member is next. And considering you're always keeping track of that, it's very easy to lose track of that, obviously. On top of other assists and other things going on in the game, that could be rough. So, that's where he kind of loses out. His neutral's actually not terrible. His neutral's above average, I would say. But the thing that's great about him is just hard to use. I think that's the big thing about him. So, go Danks. His neutral's bad, so he's definitely like right here. He's probably right up there with Ginyu, honestly. Yeah, he's probably right up there with Ginyu. So, the reason why I put him right up there with Ginyu is because while his neutral isn't that great because he's a small body character, it's just you can't have a small body character with great neutral in this game unless you're Kid Buu. But he has some tricky stuff. Like, his Tatsu stuff is tricky. His combo extensions are interesting and weird. His super is weird, and the way that you can delay it, you can do crazy stuff with it. And his assist, if used properly, can be really, really bad for mix-ups because you get restands out of it. Um, he's a good character. Um, Not a lot of people are playing him right now. I heard Sonic Fox is considering him. If Sonic Fox plays this character, he's going to be one of the better characters in the game because he's going to find some stuff. I can guarantee that. So I ain't got much else to say about him, honestly. Okay, we're gonna move this a little bit so that I'm gonna move some of these just a little bit just so I can. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Let me move these up. Let me move everything up a little bit. I want to move these up just so you can see the top tier and the neutral heavy and the set play heavy. Move everyone up just a little bit. You can say where you're at. Okay. So let's talk about Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan actually has very good neutral, but I'm putting him on the set play side for obvious reasons. And I'm putting him slightly above Cell. Adult Gohan has infinite block strings, essentially. There's no gaps in them. They are very hard to deal with. We've been trying to every player has been trying to lab out a consistent way to deal with them and has not found one yet. He's got beams. He's got amazing normals. He's got hard knockdowns, stuff that just happens all the time. You can 2S to the ground, which makes it very difficult to deal with instant air dash now. Because say if I do the air legs into Vegeta assist, now you're locked down with Vegeta assist, and I can instant air dash you, or I could jump and then 2S, which looks a lot like an air dash. And it's too hard to react to his standing light because his standing light is 5 frames and has a low starter. But he doesn't crouch. It's very hard to see. Everything about what he does in the corner is so scary, and you can't. There's not a proper way to deal with it yet. He's tough. He's tough to deal with, man. He's without a doubt the best character. And I've been saying this since the fucking get-go. All you Sonic Fox jocket... No, I was playing. But, like, Sonic Fox and a lot of other Americans were saying 16 is the best. And why was that? Because Sonic Fox is easily the best American player. And he was playing 16. And he was making 16 look unstoppable. And it's true. 16 is pretty damn good. That's why he's number 3 up there. But I think Cell and Gohan are better. And the Japanese were rocking Cell and Gohan all over the place. And that's because the Japanese know what's up. I don't know what to tell you, man. You don't bet against the Japanese. I don't tell you. Well, don't be mad at me. Okay? I'm just saying. Like, Nihon knows what's up. Alright? I'll move Yamcha a little bit. But he's just too good. He's too good. To the point of which I almost don't want to play him. Like, he's almost too good. I don't want to play him. But it is what it is. Kid Buu. He's definitely... I would say he's more deadly in the set play area. He might be slightly above 16. I'm going to put him slightly above 16. Kid Buu has obviously a really annoying neutral with like 2M going really high or hitting people very far away. And then 5M not only hitting people far away, but then bringing you in close, which makes it really good for like fuzzy setups. It's not, man, he's tough. He's a tough character. He's a very unique and odd character, but I think once you figure out his stuff, he becomes very deadly and very strong. What is his assist? Oh yeah, his assist comes out kind of slow, but it locks down pretty well. It's kind of like a Yamcha assist. It just comes out slower. So that's pretty good too. I think he's a really solid character, obviously. He's very unique and odd. I haven't seen anything like the Cell. The only reason why he's here is because I haven't seen like the stuff you can do with Cell and the stuff you can do with Adult Gohan. is not only really good, but also pretty easy in comparison to this guy's stuff. Like, thinking about what to do with this character and thinking about what you can do with these characters, it's a lot different. That's the only reason I think why he's a little bit lower, is because people haven't quite figured out everything that you can do with this character. I think once people really create a ridiculous flowchart for this character, he's going to be maybe even higher than Gohan, honestly. But for now, this is where I put him. Beerus. Probably more on the set play side. And I think he's probably right up there with Yamcha. I think Beerus has a lot of issues. Obviously, his set play has to do with the orbs. The orbs can be super dashed through, so he's not that great in the set play area. He's not that great, just because unlike Gohan, where Gohan locks you down and there's nothing you can do, you can totally do something against that. But that kind of creates a new mix-up, right? So now as a Beerus player, you need to know when you should be 2Hing those super dashes. So it's more where Gohan flowcharts you. You have to do a lot more guessing with Beerus. On top of that, Beerus is neutral. Besides 2M and like 5H, he doesn't have very good neutral. His neutral's okay. So that's kind of a problem. He needs to definitely work on that. Or they definitely need to work on this character a bit. Because what he has right now isn't super good, but it could be. Like, if it worked the way everyone thought it was, he'd be up here. He'd be like right here. But unfortunately, because of the super dashing through it and the more guess heavy work you have to do with him, he's all the way down here. And that's all it takes in this game, right? You figure out one exploit to a character, and then they're all the way down here. So you gotta be careful. Like I said, if you buff Piccolo with like 2 or 3 things that he needs, he's like up here. So you need to properly, when they're balancing this game, they need to be careful as to what they do, which I think is why they haven't really done much of anything yet. Hit. I would say Hit's pretty neutral heavy, and he's probably about right there. That's probably fair. Hit has obviously some of the best grounded neutral in the game. His aerial moves are a bit on the weaker side, but he still has these dumb buttons. These buttons are dumb, man. They hit you so far. They get great damage off of them. He has great damage. He has 2... Well, actually 3. He has 3 amazing supers that all convert really well. His extension to damage is really good. And he even has a command grab and a counter. Like, why not? Just give him everything. He's really good. And his normals are pretty good. He doesn't have, like, a cheap 5H or 2H, which, like, every character up in this top area pretty much has a really cheap 5H or 2H. Like, Cell's 5H is hella far. Both of his H's are messed up. His 2H is real messed up. His standing H is messed up. His are okay. But, like I said, his damage is like second to none. His assist is decent. Comes out really fast. So, yeah, he's a good character. Top 5? Not quite. Boom. I'll put this guy slightly higher. I want him below 16, but not quite as high. Go away, you. I had this thing in the corner. It didn't even show up in the video, so don't worry about it. But Goku Black is... I'm putting him in the neutral heavy area just because I think he's more neutral heavy than, say... Well, like, he's got the instant transmission stuff, so, like, he can do a little bit of set play, but that's not really what he excels at, right? He excels at, what, 2Hing you. Or dive kicking you and calling assist, or whatever the fucking 2-3-6 move is. Where he goes across screen and he'll call assist that has a lot of hits done or lockdown, and then run up to you. Like, he's very neutral heavy, and he's got a little bit of everything. He's got Kamehameha waves, he's got extremely good neutral buttons, and neutral specials that really enhance his neutral, I should say. So he's tough to deal with. I don't know. He's just one of the most solid characters. Like I said, Trunks is a very good, solid character, but he's fair. This is a very good, solid character, but some of the stuff he can do is really not fair. Like the dive kick into assist is really annoying and really tough to deal with, and pretty much not fair. 2H, not fair. 5H, not fair. Like jump jab, to a degree, not very fair. That game or that button is dumb. So he's just extremely solid. Android 21. She's kind of a weird one. I'm gonna put her right in the middle. But like up high. I'm gonna put her maybe like right there. I want her to be like slightly higher than Goku, but not quite as high as 16. The only reason I don't have her that high is because I feel like maybe not everybody has discovered what's super good about this character. And of course, there is a random aspect where the command throw setups give you abilities that you steal from the characters. And if you steal those abilities, depending on what ability you get, like if you get the 2 right abilities, she's up here. Oh. You give her like 2 of the right abilities, and she's like up here. She's extremely good. But for right now, standard 21, the command throw stuff's pretty good. Even without the other stuff, the command throw stuff's pretty damn good. So like she's fine where she's at, but I'm gonna move the characters over a bit so she gets her own little spot. I might actually like swap these two. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Hold on. Yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, she's fine. I think she's like she's obviously very good. She's in the top 5, right? This is the top 5 right here. She has what? She has one of the best 5S's, or she has one of the best air S's in the game, if not the best. Probably the best, honestly. The ability to command grab people and steal their moves. The command grab by itself is really good. Stealing the moves is even better. And like I see what's good about her, but I haven't seen it in practice just yet. Which is why I don't have her high enough. Or this, I only have her about this high. It's just because not a lot of people play her. She kind of has the problem with like Gotenks. Gotenks I haven't seen a lot of. So, like, putting him higher doesn't feel right, but I feel like he is better than where I put him. Same thing with her. I feel like she's probably right up there with Kid Buu, but like I see it in her neutral. I can see it in her damage. She has very good damage, and, like, her supers are good and stuff like that, but, like, I have yet to see it utilized that well. Right now, the best player I've seen with this character is Leffen. Nothing against Leffen, he's a very good player, but he's like the only one I've seen. So I haven't really seen a lot of stuff you can do with this character, just the stuff Leffen does. So that's unfortunately about the best I can do with this tier list. So that was my tier list for Dragon Ball FighterZ. As you can see, it probably looks very different from top players. I'm considering kind of many things, mostly just viewing. And I don't have, like, precise knowledge. Like, I don't have precise knowledge on what Kid Buu can do. I've just seen some of the stuff Kid Buu can do, and I'm like, man, that looks tough. So, I'm going off a lot of knowledge. I'm going off knowledge that is mostly visual, because a lot of these characters I don't play, I've just seen them a lot, and I've dealt with them online. So I kind of know a little bit, but not all that much. So take this as you will. I'd like for you guys to consider to create your own tier list. I think this is fun. I think this is enjoyable. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, of course. And I'll probably do this again once all the DLC characters come out, which will be a while. So this is basically vanilla Dragon Ball FighterZ tier list. I'll come back once the DLC is out, and they probably update a lot of these characters. So yeah, this was fun. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.